What's up, Star Wars fans? Today I want to preview Episode 6 of the Ahsoka series. It's hard to imagine that this series could get better than Episode 5, but that's exactly what Star Wars fans are looking forward to this Tuesday, 6 p.m. Pacific, 9 p.m. Eastern. And although we might not be looking forward to seeing more Anakin Skywalker in this episode, one of the things that all Star Wars fans have to look forward to is that we actually know very little going into this episode. I mean, we were given an absolute ton of trailer footage for those first 4 episodes, and there was a long-running rumor that Dave Filoni was going to be working with Hayden Christensen in Episode 5 of this series. But now that we're at Episode 6, we know that we're going to see Thrawn at some point in 6, 7, or 8, as we do see trailer footage of Thrawn walking onto the ship known as the Eye of Sion. And if I had to speculate, I'd say that we're going to see Thrawn at the end of this episode. If I had to guess, I don't think they're going to have to fight some sort of alien race to find Thrawn. I think their biggest problem is simply going to be navigating an unknown galaxy. And I think there's a good chance that we'll see a contrast between the dark side villains trying to use their machine, the Eye of Sion, to find Thrawn, whereas on the opposite end of the spectrum, we have Ahsoka the White connecting with the natural force and the Purrgil, who are going to work together in a harmonious way and find Ezra Bridger much quicker than our villains find Thrawn. And wouldn't it be interesting that when Ahsoka does track down Ezra, that he knows exactly where Thrawn is? And I think he's going to know exactly where Thrawn is because Ezra Bridger is going to be one of the main reasons that Thrawn is still in Peridia. I believe all this time, Ezra's been doing his best to trap Thrawn in this unknown galaxy. I mean, otherwise, why didn't he just hop in a Purrgil and go for a ride back to Lothal? Ahsoka, like I said, is going to find Ezra before the villains can find Thrawn, and that is going to lead to Ezra and Ahsoka tracking down the Eye of Sion to try and rescue Sabine Wren. But of course, they're not only going to be trying to rescue their old friend Sabine, they're also going to try and destroy the Eye of Sion. But unfortunately, Star Wars fans, I believe that's just what's going to be set up in this Episode 6. Episode 7 and 8 is going to see our villains finding Thrawn, and Ezra and Ahsoka trying to rescue Sabine, and simultaneously making sure that Thrawn doesn't get back to the known Star Wars galaxy. Personally, I'm really looking forward to seeing some stormtroopers along with Thrawn, and of course looking forward to some more fantastic lightsaber duels. That said, I think there's one more thing I've left out here when it comes to Episode 6, and that is that I believe Hera is going to lose her rank as a general, and despite the fact that she's going to have at least some evidence that shows that Morgan Elsbeth built the Eye of Sion, the absolutely incredible ship that could make the hyperspace jump to another galaxy, well, unfortunately, that evidence isn't going to be enough to save her, so that when Thrawn does return to the known galaxy, and I believe he actually will, it's just going to be the heroes that we know from The Mandalorian, the Ahsoka series, and maybe the Boba Fett series, at least initially trying to fight Thrawn. But hey, Star Wars fans, let me know your thoughts about the Ahsoka series Episode 6. As always, I'm Mike, and remember, the Force will be with you always.